Meech.
Yes, sir.
And we got our co-host, but she taking a nap. Jaya back in the back.
My boo-boo.
She would say what's up, but she said she ain't got time for this podcast. She seen our number. She's like, bro, let me know when y'all get to 3,000. You know what I mean? But, so we appreciate everyone who watched or listened or watched last week's episode. That shit was fire as hell. And I want to ask y'all, starting with Meech first, how you macking this week, bro?
How I'm macking this week, my Mackin has got us a new listener.
Oh, word?
You know what I'm saying? Somebody I've been fucking with, she started listening to the podcast thanks to your boy Mackin. So I got us.
Wait, who is Mackin?
Me. Thanks.
That's your name and shit?
No, I said thanks to me, Mackin.
Oh, I got you, bro.
So yeah, my Mackin been pretty smooth this week. You know, shit, doing me out here living free.
Oh, word. How was your hanging?
My hanging was shit. You know, I was with you for Thanksgiving or whatever. So this week was pretty smooth. You made a little jerk turkey.
Turkey, you had it with the hot sauce.
Hold on. You made the jerk turkey. I had very high expectations for the jerk turkey, and it was good. But you didn't bring the sauce, so
I forgot to buy the sauce and shit.
Yeah, it didn't.
But you just had it with the sauce now.
I did now, but it ain't Thanksgiving no more, so the feeling was kind of gone.
Oh, yeah. But either way, everybody who reviewed that jerk turkey was telling me, yo, this shit.
No, it was good. It was good.
Juicy as hell. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know how to make a dry turkey. You had dry turkey before? That shit disgusting as hell.
Of course.
I don't know how to do it. It ain't in my blood. But
yeah, how I been hanging, shit, been off this whole week from work, so been at home, shit, watching all kind of shows, you know, kicking it with whoever come through, parties like that.
Because I know you said you've been having some wild, untamed sex this week, huh? We just been having some wild, animalistic sex.
Wild as hell.
You said, all right, now go and get those pumps out. That shit hilarious and shit. But, yo, Rico, how you been macking this week, though, bro?
I've been chilling like a motherfucker, actually. Shit, I've been off work since Wednesday.
Macking, bro. How you treating the lady, bro?
Me and my wife. We actually already this
dictionary to know what macking means.
He said, actually, I've been macking good because I baked a bunch.
Me and my wife been cooling, man.
Oh,
shit.
word?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Christmas out the way and shit.
Wait, how was y'all Thanksgiving? What y'all doing, shit?
Thanksgiving was just Thanksgiving. I didn't really give a fuck about it at all and shit.
Wait, was it at your crib or did y'all?
No, we ended up going to her mom's crib and then my OG crib for a little bit. And then I got my ass back home and got back on Call of Duty and shit. So my Thanksgiving was pretty mild. I mean, I don't really fuck with my family like that. So
yeah, you hate your family, right?
No, that's a fact.
Got dark as hell.
That's a fact. So I told my wife next year we cooking at our house and shit. We ain't fucking around.
All right, so how you hanging though, bruh?
I'm hanging pretty good, man. I've been off work since Wednesday, so a nigga's been just chilling. I've been in daddy mode. Clearly, I got my baby with me and shit. And
speaking of that parenting thing, like when your daughter I don't know if this is applied to you or whatever, but for like me and my son, when he with me for my week or whatever, it's just like me and him in the crib or whatever. And like Monday through like Friday we be good, but then when the weekend comes, like we done seen enough of each other and shit.
Facts. No, your son, Lil Aries is the most well behaved kid I've ever seen, bro. Especially when we like hanging out with Abraham, our other nephew, dude, too damn bad. He always look at me with like the most disrespectful face ever, like nigga, you a straight hoe. He look at me like, bro, you a straight bitch. You ain't never put in no work. I remember he had told me that when I went to the bathroom for Thanksgiving. Cause I remember him and Aries was wrestling. I was like, yo, stop fighting. And then he looked at me like, nigga, I'm actually gonna hit you with this action figure and shit. Dude was not respecting me at all. Lil Aries was chill. He was like, all right. And he's like, I don't want to fight no more. And then little dude looked at me like, you're a fucking bitch. Yeah, so Lil Abraham, hey, bro. Me and him I'm pretty certain I'm gonna end up fighting dude when he's 18 and shit. Go over there, like, try to break up a fight. He gonna
you ain't never put in no work.
No, my baby be alright. My baby adore me and shit.
Oh, yeah, no, she's still cool. And you got a girl. Girls normally are more, they're smarter than little boys and shit.
Oh, nah, he gonna have a problem when she hit them teenage.
Oh, fast. But, like, as a kid, you got the smooth sailing and shit. Yeah. You just gonna have to be on there when she upload that that Tinder profile. You gonna be too damn like, swipe right, boy. But nah,
I'm gonna have to put my baby in some kind of karate or something.
Oh, facts.
I said swipe right, boy.
That's the nigga's worst nightmare and shit. But no, you also got, it should be good because she'll be looking after you.
Facts.
So you said you hanging well, though, job and shit going swell and all that?
Nah, I've been off for 5 days, so I ain't even thought about that fucking job and shit.
Hey, I've been off for a little minute too. I've been off since Thursday. I thought I had to work yesterday. I'm like, yo, do I gotta work today? But nah, I was off too.
Nah, I've been off. I feel refreshed as fucking shit.
That's what it sounded like. But for me, my Mackin been going well. Been hanging out with Danny and shit. We took a little pause, but now we back on and strong. You know what I mean?
She call her Danny?
Yeah, so that's a little nickname I gave her. Little Danny Dan and shit. Little Danny Dan, bruh. But nah, we been chilling though. You know what I mean? Just hanging out. She made me a little apple cheesecake. I was Rico said looked like dude just trying to go ham and
that's what it was.
Oh yeah. Nah, that shit's delicious. Though. Rico always saying some bullshit. Though. Remember the candle situation and shit? But nah, that's just been smooth and shit.
I fuck with you.
Oh yeah, and we was watching.
Damn, you over here copying, please.
No, we was over here watching. What's that shit called? Undoing and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, check that shit out. That shit is fire.
Because I'm pretty sure she gonna want to fight me soon.
Oh, nah, she love your ugly ass and shit. I mean, it's hard to hate Rico. It would just be too damn. Except when he lied last week, said he was a thug. You heard that shit? He said, nah, I'll be selling cocaine.
All white bricks.
But that wasn't a lie, though. That shit was funny.
No, it was funny because when I posted that shit on Instagram, Rico got on his like, but it's no lie. He still got a street rep to protect. Fuck wrong with dude. Dude already left the hood. And dude living in the suburbs. You've been sold out like years ago.
Niggas gotta know I ain't for play in that. Y'all ain't for play either and shit.
Niggas gonna try you once I make that joke. Like, hey, I knew you was soft.
Nah, that's a fact, shit. Cause niggas be on that. Niggas be trying to touch your gangster. Then when you gotta smack the fuck out of them, then everybody get back together and shit.
I feel you, but how I'm hanging and shit. Hey, I've been making hella moves. But remember that one episode we had when we was all like, everybody was hating their damn job and shit. We was like, bro, we gotta figure out. I'm just like, I had a fucking breakthrough month. Like, bro, I'm sick of this goddamn complaining every year. Niggas gonna make no changes and shit. That's kind of why I got the damn. I bought that. Been trying to get the podcast to the next level. Like, yo, we gotta really go for this shit. And then for my side shit, I just got my LLC. DP.
Congratulations on that.
Oh yeah. What was that for?
Oh no, I got my own business and shit.
I'm saying, what is it for?
For no, for what I do for my job.
Wipes?
No, they said selling wet wipes. They said that in the mic again and shit. But no, so. For what I do for my job, so I do paid search advertising, but I got my LLC for that shit. So DP Jones, DP Marketing Solutions and shit. And also for the podcast as well. Just because I'm buying hella shit, I can write some of this shit off on expense reports and shit and get paid for that shit.
That's what's up,
so technically y'all niggas work for me.
Work for you
hey, y'all niggas work for me. Hey, I might sue all y'all and shit. Like, hey, you fired, bro. Hey, me, you pack your goddamn shit right now.
You said we work for him. Nobody work for a walking turd, nigga. Who the hell do you think he is?
Nah, but I started my LLC and I got my first client. Shout out to Nia. She sent me that first invoice. I'm working on her campaign. When she sent me that invoice, I was like, fuck, I gotta do work now and shit. She sent me that shit. So anybody that need any marketing services, paid search advertising, I'm your boy.
I said walking turd.
I be trading in my game plan too and shit, so I'll be right behind this nigga.
Oh hell, bro! It's only $160 some bucks to get your LLC. You just got to make sure you have everything, and then when you start taking money, you got to pay the government and shit. You know what I mean? So when I got my first invoice, I just made sure I had Wisconsin state tax on that bitch, so they could take that shit out. You know what I mean? So trying to make some big moves because I don't want to come into I don't want to be in 2021 and like. Thinking like
the same shit.
That and just saying the same shit like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, bro, either you gonna do that shit or you not. But I ain't got time for fucking what you don't like no more. Your life is literally up to you to make the choices you want.
I feel like if I can get this off the ground, then everything else will fall into place too and shit. So I'm really just waiting on my items to come and shit.
I know you about to do your thing and shit.
No, that's a fact.
And so you're renting a week though, because we do the. What's your rent?
My rent of the week is everybody acting all gay because niggas play games and shit. Like, yo,
are you saying you hate the gay community?
No, I'm hating these niggas. I'm hating these hotep ass niggas that's like, fuck a PS5. Well, you could just buy LSC and all this other little gay ass shit. Like, yo, you know you can do both and shit.
Facts.
Right? Like, I hate a cornball ass nigga. Like, I seen a nigga say something about Xbox. Nigga, I'm finna take my ex on the beach. And I was just sitting there looking at this
No,
nigga.
like, I'm about to take my ex. That shit don't even make sense.
Yeah, like, niggas is gay. Like, fam, I just took my wife on the whole trip and I got an Xbox.
I know,
like, yo, you can do both and shit. Like, I hate to see people shit on people's hobbies and shit. Like, yo, if a motherfucker wanna buy an Xbox and just chill, as long as they bills and they priorities and shit is paid, like, let them do that. Like, quit trying to shit on people. Like, ain't nobody trying to shit on them sandals you selling.
Facts.
Or them wigs and shit.
Nah,
like
that is, life is hard enough without a damn hobby. It's like, bro, I know you're trying to get retweets and shares and all this shit, but it's 24 hours in a day. You can have fun for 2 hours. Unlike Rico, he had fun for 19 hours. He don't be doing shit else besides playing this game and shit. Like, level 30.
Pick me ass motherfuckers, man. I'm starting to hate these pick me ass people, man. Like, that shit is mad cool.
No, I be saying that shit. Especially those quote unquote relationship counselor dudes that be on Facebook and Twitter.
You think your woman want a man that want to play the game? Like, fam, if you don't get your pussy ass out of here, man.
Oh, that's a good point, though. How do you think your woman feel about you playing that Xbox, bro?
My wife don't care as long as the bill's paid and she taken care of it.
Right. Because, I mean...
But you got the balance
that's actually a great topic.
The balance is making sure that you not consumed solely with one thing and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
ultimately... She don't have a problem with, like, she never complained about you spending too much time on the game than spending time with her type shit.
She used to, but I didn't find like a balance and shit. Like, instead of me being on all the time, like, I just choose like a day out of the week. Yeah. Where I just like, it's solely for me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit addictive. I ain't gonna lie, when I used to play that shit, like when I used to really get into it, it'll be fucking 3 weeks go by, you would never buzz. It's like, damn, I ain't showered in weeks.
Nah, it's hard. The one thing about being in a relationship,
you know it's addicting when you be playing so long and you forgot to eat and shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nah, that's how I be when I be in there playing that 2K. At one point in shit, I thought I was guarding LeBron. Like, swear to God.
No, the hard part is balancing out and meet you. You can probably have a better understanding with me, like trying to balance out how you gonna do whatever you want to do, mixed with whatever you gotta do with your kid, mixed with your girl and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, like a.
Oh, I ain't got no balance and shit.
I'm saying like when you.
I mentioned he didn't give a shit. But I remember when I came in town and we was playing Madden like that entire damn weekend and shit.
Oh yeah, no, I was literally the worst boyfriend ever and shit.
Oh shit!
Like when he had came through, like I think we played the game every day. I probably said hi to her like twice.
Pretty much.
She was in the house.
Oh yeah, it's like all right. No, we was on like we went to like season 2035 and shit. Like all right, now LeBron's son is an adult.
that shit like it's.
But no, yeah, I had a hard time balancing between balancing work and all that extra shit. But now, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I just do me.
Oh yeah, and then most of the time. That's what's funny about growing up now. Like, our generation, we coming up with video games and all that shit. Yeah. So, like, I feel like marriages and all that shit got new obstacles, and that the video game shit is gonna be one of them hoes and shit. Because this nigga Rico is ranked high as hell in Call of Duty. He's like top 5 in the country and shit. And you got to put like over 30,000 hours. You know, they say you got to put 10,000 hours in to become a master and shit. Dude putting the hours in the wrong shit.
I've been going nuts on duty and shit. But it's all like a balanced thing. I like the number one thing I do too though is like on a weekday. Yeah, I just wait till my baby go to sleep. And then my wife is like situated, and then I just go downstairs and play for like an hour or two.
And like, what
not a nigga like me, I'll be forgetting to feed everything. The funny thing, like, I let him use my computer, so I don't know how the fuck he figured this shit out. But
tell Aries, if you're using his computer, don't hit P at any time.
Tell like major porns or something.
Oh hell yeah, like.
Oh no, I keep the porn for the phone and shit. You need that close contact.
Oh yeah, I got you.
But no, somehow this nigga figured out how to find like some free games on that bitch. He be damn near addicted to them hoes.
Oh no, I seen him when for Thanksgiving he was on them joints though. But that's what's up though. So first topic, the Grammy list came out and everybody was up in arms, especially for the top R&B albums and the top hip hop albums of the year. So one thing I want to ask, so let's start with the top R&B albums of the year.
Wait, so let's go through what was the
That's what I'm about to name them off and shit. So the nominees for the top R&B albums of the year was that Giveon, Take Time, John Legend, I forgot the name of the John Legend shit. Ed Clemens and Georgie Porter and shit. I don't know who dude is at all, but all I know is first I'm gonna get y'all take and then I'm gonna get my take. So starting with you, who you think gonna win and who do you think got snubbed, and do you think there need to be a new process on how they determine these nominees? Bam, bam, bam. I don't know how you want to start off with that, but jump on.
Well, I'm gonna start off by saying I don't really put too much stock into any of these award shows. Like, I just enjoy the music that I like. But with that being said, pushed to the side or whatever, who I think gonna win? I don't know who that last person. Who you say?
Georgie Porter and shit.
Is that a white or black person?
I don't know who the fuck that nigga is.
I don't know who that is.
Sound like a country singer to me, bro.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know. But anyways, like, who I think should win is Giveon or whatever. But
facts.
Will they give it to John Legend? Maybe because he got ties and shit or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. That action single was hard as hell though. Actions.
I don't know. I
that Giveon shit hit.
Yeah, no. I think Giveon should get it, but I don't know if Giveon hit the mass appeal like the way
John
we think
Legend
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the other people.
Because Giveon hit us. He gonna hit the niche market, but is he gonna hit that fucking grand ass reach that John Legend gonna hit? John Legend fucking co-host on The Voice.
But then even like
that's my only thing that I hate. The music should speak for itself.
Oh no, the John Legend album is hard. Don't get it twisted.
That's why I said John Legend might win just because of his connects or whatever. And like Ant Clemens getting selected, like he making like solid music or whatever. But a Grammy nominee, I don't
that's what she is. That's a white lady. What the fuck?
She definitely finna win.
Oh hell yeah! And the winner is Georgie Porter.
Deal the hell out of that award.
Oh yeah, we breaking news. We just found out. What's her name?
What's it? Georgie Porter.
Oh yeah, we just found out that's a white lady. So chances are she about to clean this whole awards up.
Facts. And JB got snubbed, bruh. Justin Bieber should have been. He dropped the R&B album too, and that shit was pretty alright though.
She finna be the Taylor Swift of the.
But yeah, my take on that is I think Giveon should win if it's just based on music.
Yeah,
I think.
But I don't want to slight the John Legend because like I'm not a fan of John Legend at all. But he shot like. His album shocked the hell out of me. How Alicia Keys' album shocked me, and shit. It was like, oh shit, I forgot these old dudes can still make good music and shit. Like to me, his album was a straight through listen to. Giveon shit was just like that shit just getting your soul and it start percolating in that shit. But if Giveon wasn't a nominee, I would say it'd be easy John Legend. So it just depends on how they view it. But I think they're gonna give it to John Legend just because A, he's the political ties. And he's on The Voice and shit. B, his single charted higher than anybody on this list. That actually was bigger than any song on here. So if they looking at numbers and his ties and shit.
So then basically,
no, I already know this.
It's a popularity contest.
I mean, it's never really based.
Well, no, I'm talking about the quality of the music was amazing too.
No. I hear everything you saying, but from everything that you just said, it just sounds like he's more the popular kid.
But that's how it always is, though. Like if Jay-Z, no, I'm saying like when they do rap album of the years and shit, like it might be some underground rappers that's way bigger. But like, remember when Kendrick had first dropped this shit? And then Macklemore, Glass had one.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I apologize. So, you're right. They did choose the more popular person at the moment and shit.
Hell yeah. But I mean, technically Macklemore had a good album. It wasn't fucking with that Kendrick Lamar album, but it was good. And Macklemore was white though. So only thing I think about the Grammy nominees is it's wild there was no woman being nominated. Like Summer Walker should have been nominated for sure.
They snubbed the fuck out of
Snow Allegra should have been nominated.
And what's her name? What's her name? The one that took Tori off the song?
Took Tori. Kalani?
Yeah, Kalani.
Oh, yeah.
Kalani had her album.
Hell yeah. Tiana Taylor. I mean, it was so many people that could have been on here. But, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But I'm hoping. I'll say congratulations to Giveon. You just won a Grammy from the Mackin podcast. We're going to send that shit to you in the mail and shit. Hell yeah. Now for the hip-hop. Albums of the year. Nas,
King's Disease.
No, King's Disease. What was the other albums? Pull that shit up real quick and shit.
Well, goddamn, niggas can't talk. Niggas just went super quiet.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting on Rico to get these albums pulled up real fast.
Written Testimony by Jay Electronica.
Trash.
Bad Habits by D Smoke.
All right.
The Algorithm, Royce da 5'9".
I don't know how the fuck he got nominated.
King's Disease, that's a good album.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was good, but it was Grammy worthy and shit.
King's Disease, Nas, and Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs, and the Alchemist.
The best album on there.
Let me speak on this. Like, why the fuck is any of these niggas? So
I
know you finna go for what's the name? The mechanic looking nigga and shit.
Oh no, that Gibbs is hard as fuck.
But I'm saying like, okay.
Name.
Hold on, let me speak. You're gonna get your turn to speak. You're gonna get your turn to speak.
Go.
It's not a lot of niggas listen to Gibbs. I know the music itself might be good, but like, what impact did that do in the culture? Nothing at all. D Smoke. Motherfuckers don't even know D Smoke except for the show he came off of. He got talent or whatever, but like he didn't make an album that like came out of nowhere and shocked the whole industry and shit. So that's looking real industry plant. And then who else y'all say? Who else on there?
Jay Electronica.
That shit we all know he got selected because Jay was on there or whatever. Like literally Jay carried that whole project or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then who else? Nas. Nas the only one that I say like, okay, I get that. Like literally Nas. He made an impact. He made an impact in music or whatever, collabing with the younger producer or whatever. So I get that. Everybody else is looking funny in the light and shit. If I had to pick, I would pick probably. I would pick Nas or whatever because, like I said, I literally seen the impact of what that did or whatever as far as the older generation and the new generation trying to bridge the gap. Everybody else. I don't know.
Actually, not even to piggyback what you just said. Not even just bridging the gap. Actually, being able to shock the shit out of everybody. Like niggas was going into this Nas album sketchy as hell. Like
facts.
He just gave us this bullshit 2 years ago, and now he finna double back again. Like,
and he came through with some real.
Yeah, he came through with some real shit.
Yeah, I mean that. So for my shit, I would say it was between Freddie Gibbs and Nas. Quality wise, even if we just like our last argument, we were saying it should be just based on the quality of the album and shit. If you go through all the rap albums that dropped this year, quality wise, Freddie Gibbs, and I don't even like Freddie Gibbs. I thought just like you, like who the fuck is this mechanic DMX Gibbs, rusty nigga looking like he finna fix some goddamn pipes and shit fucking wrong with dude. I wasn't finna get dude. I didn't even know he could rap how he rapped until I listened to it, and then like. Rico used to always say, like, yo, check out the Gibbs. I'm like, bro, I'm not listening to this ashy-ass dude and shit. And then I finally gave it a chance. I didn't know his production was like that. Like, he picked production how Rick Ross picked production.
Facts.
Like, he got, like...
Dude, production be off the fucking...
No, it'd be something like that high, that rich-ass, quality, high, that type of shit. And then, like, his flowing style is dope as hell. And I just think... From top to bottom, like you just go through that whole album, it's damn near flawless as far as like compared to what's out in the rap and shit. Now, I didn't think he was missing off of that shit. He didn't play the single game, like he didn't drop a major single. It was just like, here's a dope project, enjoy it. That's what it's dope that he even got a nominee without a major single.
Honestly, though, it's a lot of projects on there that niggas didn't listen to. Like, I heard that Royce was good, but let's be honest, a lot of people ain't listening to Royce at this point. Niggas ain't listening to D Smoke, even though he got talent. Niggas ain't listening to Gibbs. Like, there's a bunch of albums that nobody listens to.
All the people I listen to outside of Jay Electronica.
Well, Gibbs, he got a nice little base of people listening. Niggas not listening.
He's not big enough to be no fucking Grammy nominee.
Well, I mean, touche.
I mean, yeah, I definitely would argue that with you.
Besides Nas, yeah. But, and then you got to also take into the fact that it was a light year for hip hop releases. Like, the major dudes didn't drop. Cole didn't drop. Kendrick didn't drop. Drake didn't drop. Wale didn't drop. Big Sean dropped, but he dropped late. Or no, he just got snubbed.
Yeah, he got snubbed. What the fuck? Big Sean should have been in there. Reason should have been in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, Reason shit was too late, though. He for the next, because he came out, he literally just dropped in September and shit. When did Big Sean?
How come Wale not in there? He had an album out
2019.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But I'm saying, Reason shit. But Reason and what was it? Big Sean, I think they were too late. Like, all these other albums came out in the summertime. They came out in the fall, and I think that's another thing. So, all in all, Grammys, we already know y'all be on some bullshit. D Smoke industry plant. I'm thinking dude industry plant, dude that came out of nowhere. First, when I was rewatching the Netflix series, I'm like, first his brother was Sir. He randomly come on Netflix. He was already writing. He was a writer in hip hop for 10 plus years.
He was on Sir album.
Not even that. He wrote some of Jaheim's biggest songs and shit. Dude was already. I'm like, did they just push the buttons like, let's get D Smoke in here? And D Smoke won. He not only won the Netflix show, He then also was on like ESPN commercials and Nike commercials and like all like his reach was humongous for the type of artist he
I think they tried to capitalize off of. If I'm correct or whatever, I think that was around the time when Kendrick was like, I think that's around the time when Damn was out or whatever, or somewhere around that time. I feel like they tried to capitalize off of the Kendrick that because he sounded so close to Kendrick.
Hold on, pause that. I'm saying I agree that he sounded close to Kendrick, but when that Netflix series was last year, Kendrick the Damn came out like year before last and shit. But keep going because I think that's what they was trying. They trying to sell the world on the Kendrick's replacement, but he can't beat fucking Kendrick. This nigga be rapping in Spanish.
Not replacement. I just think.
Yo, who the fuck want to hear dude rap? He be like, "Osa Nambolito, Nemetito," and then they be like, "Oh shit, he's snapping." Hell no, I want to hear dude rap in Spanish. That shit trash. Smoke that shit garbage, bro.
I thought these finna start coming out in June next and shit. Like, I was just going like crazy, but
it's cool.
It's not a bad album overall.
I know the album is good, but bro,
I just don't understand how it hit.
Nah, fuck that. Cause like if you pay attention to other artists, he got nominees before, like any career, he got nominees before a Wale album ever got nominated. He got a nominee before a Big Sean album ever got nominated. Shit, it took Cole a long ass time before he got his first album. This is D Smoke's very first fucking album and shit. He got a nominee. Cole ain't get his nominee to Born Center, not to Born Center, to what's the name? Forest Hill. That was album 3 and shit. D Smoke get that shit right away. That's what happened when you sign.
Yeah, I don't think that's a Grammy nominated album and shit. Like, just it's a good album. His brother album way better than his and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though they two different, you know what I'm saying, what's the names, but overall his brother album. If this shit got nominated, dude, brother shit should have got nominated.
To Meech's point, D Smoke and Sir both look like mechanics and shit. Hey, them niggas both dirty as hell. I'm like, yo, how the fuck is this amazing sound coming from dude Dusty Mouth?
You need a tune-up, sir?
Now, you ever seen Sir, bro? Dude just look like a fucking monster. This braids be looking dusty as hell. I'm like, damn, go get that shit braid. Oh, I don't know if them dreads were braids.
He definitely look like he actually for a hand.
All in all, that shit is trash, and I won't be watching the Grammys and shit. But let's move on. Yo, I was thinking this when I forgot what podcast I was listening to and shit. And it made me think about like my old Mackin days back when I used to be in the streets doing my thug thizzle. Have you ever been like Mackin with like somebody, one of your homeboys or a friend and shit, and you thought your game was strong as a motherfucker, then you Mackin with them and they just show you where your shit really lies and shit?
Oh, facts.
Have you ever been out, Matt? Let me pass it to me. I got some stories because that shit happened to me.
You can go first.
All right, so because when I had first moved to ATL, right, I was too damn cocky. I thought my game was like the best it could ever be. And like, bro, nobody want to fuck with me. And shit, from the first semester, I was proving that shit. I was doing my thug thizzle, Mackin left and right, bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? Going up and down. We had this shit called the promenades, like where everybody at. So me and like my roommate, we just go and just Mac chicks and shit. I'm doing my thug thizzle, and thinking shit is sweet and shit. So I'm like, bro, none of y'all niggas fuck with me. And there was my homeboy Justin and shit. Shout out to Justin and I. He's like, all right, bro. Because me and him started to Mac together and shit. And I just remember out of nowhere, dude, we started macking. It was like some badass chick. And then me and dude started macking. And dude just started smiling, this humongous ass smile and shit. And the girl I was trying to talk to her. She's fucking just look pretty much muted my ass like a motherfucker, and then I was trying to keep up with the convo and shit. Then Justin's game was just getting bigger and bigger. I ain't have nothing else to say. I was like, it sure is hot out here, ain't it? And then Justin, next you know, he was walking off with her and shit. So I'm thinking like, yo, that might just be a one-time thing and shit. So I remember we went to a bar and shit. That Justin, we had did that shit again. Dude, just out-mac me again and shit. I was like, God damn, I can't keep up with this fucking nigga and shit. So, back in that time, me and Nigel, we used to have this book. We used to read this book called The Pickup Artist and shit. Nigga, we were trying to treat that shit like it was a goddamn science and shit.
I remember that.
So, we was reading. I was like, fuck, I gotta go back. I had this whole routine. I was like, yo, I gotta watch Hitch. Then I gotta read this shit because I can't let this nigga out-mac me again and shit. So after I did that, I was like, all right, I'm ready to do this shit again. So then the third time that, shit was happening again. Because the biggest thing with dude ass was he knew how to, like, he had a one of those personalities where he just knew how to keep that shit going and shit. And that's before I like learned how to do that shit. So he's just like, damn, girl, come on. Like just doing that shit. and I just get caught out nowhere like, yo, I ain't got shit to say right now and shit. Like, and then like he kept killing that shit. So that shit happened. So every time I was like, fuck. Then I remember when it started happening more and more. I was like, when he would ask me to Mac, then that's when little nerves started kicking in. I started getting nervous and shit. Like, I can't Mac with you finna win that shit. I'm about to lose again and shit.
About to shit on himself.
Yo, but hold on, because then we went to Miami and shit, and that's when Nigel had came down there, and then it was Justin and his homeboy, and then me and Nigel. I was like, all right, let's do this shit, bro. I got my nigga down here, you got yours, let's do this shit.
Boys versus the Dudleys.
Oh no, but then man, we was winning this shit, and I remember I used to tell Nigel, like, yo, I don't know, Nigel, this nigga be Mac like. I was like, this nigga can Mac like a mother. He actually might got me and shit. I was like, what the fuck? You goddamn gay nigga. Nigga ain't no nigga out Macking me and shit. Then he pretty much out Mac me and Nige and shit. He was mad as hell. Ain't no wild shit about it. The end of that night, my whole ankle was swollen and shit. I was getting this like a motherfucker running.
Before I go into my time about that, speaking of you and Nigel or whatever, I remember when we had all went to Miami or whatever.
Yeah.
And we was on the beach or whatever, and we ran into like some chicks. I think they was like from London or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3 chicks and 3 of us or whatever. So I let my brother Nigel like take the 2 chicks that was like.
We was doing our thought this.
No, hold on, let me finish the story. I let Nigel, my brother, take the 2 chicks that was like the best, and then I took the last, like whatever, cool.
Yeah, he took the grenade and shit.
Yeah, I took the grenade for the team or whatever, and I let them lead the way because, you know, they was feeling overly confident. So I'm like, fuck it. And the day was going perfect. Like,
we was killing this.
Hold on, let me finish. The day was going perfect. They was laughing at y'all jokes. Everything was cool. They was following us the whole night, the whole day. So I'm like, bet, we got this shit or whatever. And then these niggas, I don't know, they didn't realize like they was throwing too many jokes.
Nah, hold on, because I'm gonna let you. I just tell one little small thing, because remember the key element in that story is shit. Remember we went to the club and I forgot I had the right pants on. They had to go in there first.
Go back.
Yeah,
but they was willing. That's not the problem. They was willing to come even with us.
Yeah,
like we went to a club or whatever, and he had the wrong shit on, so we had to go back to the hotel. But, like, they was macking so good with the chicks that the chicks was willing to go back to the hotel with us, come back, all this shit. So I'm like, man, we got this shit in the bag. And then we got in the club. And then next thing you know, I seen, like, 2 big swole niggas took both of their girls and shit.
I know, but I'm saying, but you gotta
Welcome to Miami.
Oh, no, facts. Remember we was mad as hell and shit. Like, yo, who the fuck these swole ass niggas are?
I was like...
Hey, remember we went over there and tapped? It was like,
no, hold on. Let me finish. Like, literally... After that day happened, the funniest shit was the fucking lift ride home.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was hilarious because we talk about the debacle or whatever. But, like, the next day, I told myself, like, I'm not letting these niggas lead again or whatever. So we went out, did our own shit. But the funny thing, though, I just seen them 2 swole niggas, like, making out with y'all.
Oh, no, facts. But I'm saying, he missing the point, though. The thing was, they went in the club without us. We went back. So while we was going, I had to go back and change. They was already in the club being mad. So by that time, the window was closed and shit. Cause you in Miami, his niggas buying them drinks. I remember we got back there. They had this huge ass fucking drink. I'm like, goddamn, who bought you that shit? Can I get some and shit? And I remember as the buff dude was talking to one of the chicks, I had tapped him like, hey bro, I think we was talking. And she was like, hey, what's up? And then she didn't want nothing to do with mine. I was like, yo. And then me and Nigel like, hey, bro, let's get the fuck home. It was a sad ass damn sight, though.
My shit was, shout out to my
uncle. Oh, no, I didn't really go, but go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Shout out to my uncle and shit. I'd never forget this story. So one day, me and my uncle was just out kicking it and shit.
Speak up, my nigga.
I thought I was.
For this, though.
Oh, one day, me and my uncle was out kicking it and shit. And he caught me staring at this girl and shit. So he's like, damn, niggas, you gonna say something to her and shit? I was like, hey, man, I get any girl I want and shit. No, I started sweating and shit. No, that's a fact. I think my head started getting bald even then and shit. Like, it was awful and shit.
Wait, you say you start going bald?
Hell
no.
That shit was awful as hell. So my uncle was like, all right. My uncle was like, well, then nigga, go get her then. Nigga, show me what my nephew got and shit.
Yo, ain't nothing like that pressure when you got that shit right there. It's just like,
so I'll go over there. I was trying to talk to her, right? She down there muffed me and shit. Like I was just like, so how you doing? She looked at me with this disgusting ass look and shit.
That's not how you do it.
Wait, that was your opening line?
I had no game at all.
That's not like being outmacked or whatever though.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
I know. Outmacked. Well, I mean,
I'll go.
Yeah.
So I got a scenario or whatever. Like one time, matter of fact, I think it was the same night. Remember, me and Will we was at your house and we was arguing back and forth like who can get the most hoes or whatever. So we was like, fuck it, we're gonna go out and prove that or whatever. So we was like, fuck it. So we went downtown like we normally did. I don't know if this was the same night. I don't know. But anyways, we was waiting in line or whatever, and there was like a lot of bad chicks in line or whatever. And you know, Will normally like be the funniest motherfucker alive or whatever. But like, for whatever reason, that shit, it was like some hood niggas just flaming Will or whatever. The hoes was laughing. And then like, I don't know, the hoes was just gravitating toward me. So I was like, bet, I got this in the bag. I can't wait to go back and laugh at this nigga and shit. And then we got inside the club or whatever. I think we went to Ugly's at the time before it shut down. And Ugly's got like multiple floors, so we went to the second floor or whatever. So we was like, bet, all right, here we go. So we went. I went walking around and shit, trying to talk to hoes. I was getting dissed left or right. I'm like, God damn.
That's every day night. Little Miss be in that damn face like, so what it don't be. They be like, yo, we don't get your ass. What it's gonna be, girl. But I'm saying you shoot all the shots. All right, because that's another topic. But
I'm finna tell you. So I was in there shooting my shots or whatever, and I was getting turned down. So I'm like, and I looked at Will. I seen hoes laughing. I ain't never seen so many teeth in their mouth before. So I'm like, shit, let me go downstairs or whatever. So
where y'all was at? Skybox?
No, he's at Ugly's or whatever. So I go downstairs to the first floor. Will was still on the second. So I'm like, perfect. Now I went down there, found somebody. You know what I'm saying? We was vibing, having a good ass time. Next thing I know, Will made his way downstairs, and I went to the bathroom and shit. Next thing I know, Will talking to the fucking girl that I was just talking to or whatever. She laughing, she smiling. He done told jokes about me and shit as I'm going and shit. Like, next thing I know, Will leaving with her. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, we was just having a great ass time or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though that was part of Dirty Mackin. Because he waited until I ran off to the bathroom to get that
facts,
shit off.
Big old facts.
Or whatever, but yeah.
Another thing I want to say about my shit, that was young version of Trey. That was when I was fresh in the ATL when I started macking with my homeboy Justin. I was like 20, 21 and shit.
You don't call please? Nah,
I ain't gonna code you right now. I mastered my damn art and shit. Oh, no, there's nobody who can fuck with me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you and shit. On how, because I think, and that's the next topic and shit. So, what is your go-to move when you're approaching a young little tenderone, like you said, little miss? Like,
come to me first, go to Rico.
Yeah, what's your if you see a young lady, well, let's say you seen Tierra, but before y'all was together and shit.
What was your go-to when you first approached her?
I was just sliding my number and shit.
What? You just walk up and give her your number?
You said my number.
414.
Hey, listen, that's it sounds like, it sounds wild.
Wait, how do you just go up and give her your number without no conversation?
Yeah, just go up to her. You get some kind of eye contact with her and shit.
That's like some
and just
creep
slide
shit.
her my number. How was that creep shit? That's gonna show you if they're interested or not. That's gonna show you if they're interested or not.
Okay, so what was your overall go-to move before Tierra? Like, what was your go-to strategy when you were courting, or not when you just seen a young lady, you was like, oh, she bad, let me go do my thug dizzle?
I used to think introducing myself like a certain kind of way was like the move and shit.
He said, how y'all doing? I am Rico Brown.
Straight going in there like
he said, I am Rico Brown of...
He's going in there like...
No. He said, I am Rico Brown of 17th and Fond du Lac. Dude had the worst fucking game in the world and shit. He said, how'd it do? He was shaking everybody's hands and shit. How'd it do?
Yeah, you just telling all my game. That's a fact, this shit. I'm literally going over that shit. Hey, y'all say it's terrible, but that shit works. I mean, different games work for different people and shit.
Okay, let's see what Meeks got.
No, my go-to is shit. I use what the family have, which is humor shit. So I lean into mine
when you ain't even funny and shit.
Oh, shots fired! But you be like, what did those squirrels say when they had ran across the world? Like, nigga, you don't get your dusty ass out of here. Hold on, what did the squirrels say when they dusty ass? And he's flaming his ass like fuck. All right, keep going.
But no, that's what I use. Shit, I use humor for like a opening to break up the fucking you know the opening to engage and shit. Once you get a chick to laugh and shit and smile, then you can start the fucking conversation that you're trying to get to. But if you just come in on some serious shit like, yo, I'm such and such and da da da, like, yo, that shit finna be gone real quick. So you need to make them feel fucking comfortable first, and then after that shit, you can go do your thing.
See, mine shit is start off with a little eye action. You know what I mean? First, if I see you, I gotta give you that little eye, like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Give her that. Once you see that, we make it.
You know your nose be bleeding and shit.
Shit, hopefully it ain't hot in there. My nose will start. My nose be gushing if it's like 90 degrees. My shit going straight for blood. But then once I get
the creepy eye contact.
Oh yeah, you gotta give them some eye play first and shit. You know what I mean? But then if I get the vibe they own that shit, I'm like, let me walk over and shit. But if they give me that like look away like they ain't know that shit, I'm like, I ain't even finna go over there.
Hey, I have seen you get some mean turn down.
Hold on. I seen you get some mean turn down. Hold on, let me finish my shit though. Go ahead. So after I make that move and shit, see, my shit is all about, because I'm an outgoing person, shit, so I can pretty much have a conversation with anyone and shit, you know what I mean?
Mostly Caucasians.
Hell no. I don't.
Bro, you got some type of chemistry with Caucasians.
I've never talked to a white woman in my goddamn life and shit. I'm saying with black women, like, I know how to fucking talk to white women or black women and shit.
You just admitted it.
I've never dated a white chick in my life. But back to what I was saying and shit. I know how to be personal with them or personable with them, which is like just relating to them and shit. Like, whatever the situation is, I just kind of acknowledge that overall situation and shit. Put them on that shit, like, if let's say some shit weird as hell, like, yo, this shit weird as a motherfucker, dude, to them, some regular ass shit or whatever they got going on, and when we can find some commonality in that shit, then I start hitting it with some game, like, bam, bam, yo, you be eating steak and shit, let's go get some steak right now, type shit. Nah, I'll be saying that bullshit, but...
I was about to say, that's a game.
No, my shit is more so conversation. It's like how I would talk to a random, like, I realized, like, how you would talk to just friends in general and shit.
Truth be told, I don't really have no game.
No, but game is that. Yeah, it's more so like, how do you...
I can approach, like Trey just said, I can approach people.
I mean, it's because, like, that's the whole thing. Just like when you're in sales, the best sell is conversational sales and shit. It's like, you don't feel like I'm selling you some shit. Talking to women, if you're trying to court them to, you know, the name of the game is to get them in your phone and then take them to the crib and then you get butt ass and shit. But that's a sales package. Hold on, let me finish and I'm gonna pass it back to you and shit. So it's not as complicated as most guys make it out to be. If you can display confidence, even if you saying some trash ass shit, just own that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you saying the worst goddamn game there is, if you can say that shit with confidence and smile and just be outgoing and shit, you ain't got to trick like, yo, what you drinking on? Like, you ain't got to do that shit. It's more of a relatability. I'm giving you a lot of game right here. So, King, shout out to cameraman, pay attention, bro.
Looking up.
Relatability is the key. So, if you see someone that you like and shit, so you go up to them, you hit them with some whatever that you can relate to them with and shit. Like, yo, in a hot ass club, acknowledge that shit. Like, yo, it's hot as a motherfucker in here. Who you in here with and shit? I'm with my girls and shit. Like, yo, girls ugly as a motherfucker. I see why you by yourself. Some shit like that. They be like, let's go in the bathroom and shit. You know what I mean? But all jokes aside, confidence is the biggest shit. Confidence and eye contact. Especially when you're talking to them, eye contact and confidence.
And also to piggyback off of that.
But don't do that shit Rico said he did, though.
Hold on. Also.
Hold on. Don't be trying to tell nobody not to do my game, nigga.
It only work for you, but that's because that shit came with a Birkin bag.
Work for you, but...
Hey, Rico game came with a Birkin bag. Said, I'm from full.
Your game work for you. You ain't tell nobody to do
that shit. Bro, I'm just joking. Goddamn.
Fuck that, nigga.
Dude,
the hell this nigga think he is and shit.
He already got a
ski hitch and shit with his
I thought he definitely not. I seen this nigga on some wild rides.
I definitely seen this nigga get pushed down and shit. What the fuck?
Exactly. I don't know what...
Wait, who game is better?
Let me before we get into all of that. Because I was going to say, where was all that game when we went to Truth and shit? I remember this shit was too disgusting with your face and shit. But,
what about the other night we was at Truth? You remember the other night we was at Truth?
I really don't. I just...
When you was at when I was sitting on the in the lounge and I was doing my little thug thizzle and shit.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. But hold on. To piggyback off of what you were saying, also, like, I think you should use what you got. Don't try to be
Facts.
who you not. Like if you not like super social and all out there, don't try to be that. Because then like that's like me. If I try to step outside of who I am, then I'm gonna feel uncomfortable trying to be something.
And if you're not funny,
gonna pick up on
don't
it
try to be
whatever,
funny
like,
and shit.
Exactly. So just be yourself or whatever. Like if you see something working for the next man, don't try to copy that. Like
and also make sure you got some cologne on and shit. Don't be around them stinking. They have mints. Make sure you got mints and shit like that. Don't be a
But yeah, please don't be the nigga that's walking around saying "Kush is my cologne" and shit.
Oh yeah, that's the worst shit ever, bro.
That shit corn dog.
Hey, hold on though. Let's go back to the fake hitch over here though.
Come on, babe. Let's not, cause I will explode. I've seen you get way more than win. Actually, I've never seen you win. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. And you do win, he be winning with some of the goddamn dog face chicks. Like, we going home tonight, baby. I'm like, damn. Where you find Lassie at and shit? She's like, I'm finna go to Meat's house and shit. Yeah, but see, her ponytail be coming off, and she be like, hey, look, I'm about to get
this game and shit. I just never seen no chick leave home with your dusty eyes.
Hey, bro, I know my track record, but keep going though and shit.
No, that's it. I was just,
Oh, yeah, he had to switch that shit up, cause I was about to expose me for the anti-hit.
Expose what?
Anti-hit.
I seen you in person before trying to mac hoes. That shit looked mad awkward.
Okay.
The way
we see it. I'm saying, all right. I ain't gonna even go into this shit. Cause it's about to get personal. I'm about to pick up this mic and hit this nigga with what the fuck, nigga? How dare you challenge me? But no.
Nigga, I seen niggas win and lose.
Everybody, bro, it's part of the game. You gonna lose, you gonna win.
You actually pretending like you was hitched.
Oh no, I am hitched.
You definitely not.
I'm hitched. I literally mastered the art of that shit. Nah, I've never seen Rico come down with anything besides a goddamn IG at me, and she's like, "Me and the security job the guy I'm doing it again." I said, "What the fuck? All you do is come out to fight, nigga." Nigga, Rico be fighting like hell and shit. All right, so now we passed that. Well, we hopefully y'all learned something about how to Mac and shit besides our disrespectful banter amongst each other and shit. We actually dropped some gems in that shit, so follow that shit. You know what I mean? And maybe you can find you a princess and shit, or
a wife.
Yeah. Or a little tenderone like we just got here and shit. So, I can't remember what the next topic was and shit. Like, goddamn. What the fuck I say? This nigga pissed me off and shit. I need some tea. To calm down and shit. Nah, but, so, music-wise and shit.
Stupid, yo.
So, Wayne dropped the No Ceilings 3. Oh, no. Fuck music. We go, that's our last shit. Kevin Hart. There's been a lot of damn disrespect towards Kevin Hart, and I get it. Kevin Hart's last couple special has been ass cheek booty and shit, right? And a lot of people are projecting his previous shit because like first there was always a label like, yo, he's corny, he's not funny, blah blah blah. He's past his prime because like everybody knows his prime was like seriously funny, like those old Kevin Hart's and seriously funny, like all right, like that shit. That's when he was funny as shit. So Kevin Hart dropped the new special on Netflix called GRAMMY, and it's been getting destroyed online. A lot of people say, yo, this shit is awful as fuck. And it's not just like random people. It's like people with actual followers. Like, what's that? Tariq and this shit. Whatever the fuck dude name is. Some big ass activist dude was like, I don't know about y'all, but this Kevin Hart shit not funny at all. And then like everybody, there was memes coming out and shit was like, how I feel after watching Kevin Hart, and they had like the stone face. They was blinking and shit. They was disrespecting him. So one, cause I know you didn't see it, so and I know you can't give a take on the actual. You already said you don't fuck with him, but you're not gonna be biased and give a take on some shit that you didn't see. Like some people are doing, like, fuck that shit ain't funny at all. Like, bro, do you see it? No. But I know it ain't funny. What the fuck? You ain't see that shit.
No, I definitely wouldn't say no shit.
So how you feel about the lens and the unnecessary hate that Kevin Hart is getting? Because I don't see, when white comedians age, I don't see that shit happen to them at all. But it always happens to our black stars like Kevin Hart and shit.
Okay, the reason why I think people feel that way about Kevin, when it comes to being a comedian, I think they look at him as...
Might want to get on the look at your...
I think they look at him as being like a class clown, as like acting funny. As far as like somebody like...
Look at the camera, bro. I'm just trying to... No, I'm just saying, so it could just get you that way. It's deciding.
Bro, the camera looking at me. The fuck you mean? I gotta look at the camera.
Oh, no, cool. Do your thing.
But what I'm saying is like, Kevin Hart sometimes come off as he's acting to be funny and shit. opposed to niggas like Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams seem naturally funny or whatever. So that sometimes rub people the wrong way or whatever. But for this last special though, the first time I watched it or whatever, I thought like, okay, it's not that funny. I thought at the end it had some funny parts. When we watched it for Thanksgiving again, as I watched it again, I'm like, yo, this shit is funny.
That shit funny as hell.
This shit funny as hell or whatever. And like, I just think people have got to the point where they've seen Kevin Hart face so much in movies and all this other shit he been working on or whatever. Like, people just like, well, we over Kevin Hart. Who's next or whatever. So, I don't know, shit. And then, like, with the return of people like Dave Chappelle and, I forgot the white comedian. The people that's doing like the edgier comedy.
Like Bill Burr and all that shit.
Yeah, the people that's doing that comedy, the crowd is leaning more towards them or whatever. So now it's like, yo, get this PC ass shit out of here. But like,
yeah, actually was funny. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
and he was actually saying some shit that wasn't. Remember he said about the handicap dude. He said he's like the handicap community gonna be protesting this shit, but they can't be able to hold up their damn signs though. That shit was hilarious.
But no, to me that shit was funny. Like if you sit down and really watch that shit.
Yeah,
it's funny. Like I don't understand all the hate.
No, I mean I don't understand the hate too, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you know how they don't allow. I feel like they don't allow our black comedians to age like they let the white comedians do. Like
that's
Jerry,
no, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock age.
No, I'm talking about all of them though, because like yeah, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, they're different styles of comedy. That's not the same shit. Kevin Hart doing, but just like Bill Burr and Jerry Seinfeld, a different stage of comedy. And I'll never hear Seinfeld get this. His comedy is considered like PC as a motherfucker too. People never give Jerry that same goddamn accent, but they give. And that Jerry Seinfeld joke was funny as fuck when he was like,
the bah.
Yeah, they was saying, nigga, brick piece. What the fuck? I don't know goddamn brick piece.
Remember he said he got caught up. He was like, bah.
He said no. They got some. He said they got some big ass old pussies outside.
To be fair though, you don't see Jerry Seinfeld a lot either though.
Yeah,
like, nigga, Kevin Hart is in a movie or doing something.
No, that's what I said. People got to the point where they just tired of seeing his face or whatever. So
his success is causing people to. First, people was loving the rise, but so, you know when your rise gets so damn high, people just be like, "All right, bro, stop rising."
But we can't be honest. Hold on, we can't be honest. He have had like some shit. Like
trash.
The last couple stand-ups before this one was trash.
Facts.
That doc he had dropped was trash. All of the movies he did with The Rock was super trash or whatever. So
that's
like,
what I was saying.
Bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we're sometimes you so used to a thing being a certain way, you don't give it an opportunity. Because I went into it thinking that same shit. Like this gonna be trash. I was gonna watch it just because I try to support our black leader, like our black people that's actually prospering and shit. But. And I was like, yo, I don't know. And then once he started like actually showing, it wasn't even as PC as normally was. He was talking about his ex-wife and how she wouldn't shit, and like how his everybody go to private school, some pussies and shit. He said they all bitches and shit. He said, yo, I'm gonna just cast out the bag. Everybody go to private school, pussies and shit. But nah, I don't know. I thought that shit was funny, and I think black people we need to. Actually, we just need to start looking at him as like one of our legends, because not even on some comic, but how he's progressing his career. He came a long fucking way from fucking toy soldiers and all that shit.
Kevin ain't even Kevin Hart no more. Shit. Kevin Hart is officially a brand now.
That's what I'm saying. We can watch his shit. Like, yo, he created his own production company. He started doing stadiums. Like, he capitalized off that shit. While everybody was like, yo, you ain't funny. Like, yo, y'all niggas can be the funniest y'all want to be. I'm about to go blow the fuck up and bring all my. He brought all his friends with him and shit.
Instead of him standing, and this is the one thing about our comedians and shit. Our comedians are good at two things. Acting and being funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He took it and did a whole different spin on it. Not only was he an actor, not only was he funny to some people, but he took the business side of it and flipped it the way
he Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, yo, that's a good ass point. Let me ask y'all, what do y'all think his legacy? Like, what would Kevin Hart, when it's all said and done, he's done, what would his legacy be? Because it's not going to be on an Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. But it's going to be
in the top 10.
No, not comedy-wise, but what would his overall legacy be?
Let me go. I think his overall legacy will be that he was overrated or whatever. But I will say one thing about his legacy will be that he was the biggest comedian of all time as far as success. Not the funniest or whatever, but like the comedian that use his potential to reach so many different shits or whatever. Like I just said, he literally, as far as like business, like nobody did it better than him as far as comedians and shit or whatever.
Not to cut you off, Meech, but you know the funny part?
What's up?
he's pretty much where Dave Chappelle should have been and shit.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle rejected to be
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle rejected to be exactly where Kevin Hart is.
But you know the wild shit about it? Eddie Murphy was Kevin Hart before Kevin Hart. And
he was.
But the thing about Eddie Murphy, he was actually, his movies were hitting. His specials was actually hitting this. You know what I mean? Like, Kevin Hart still had the same success as Eddie Murphy. Even bigger because he started doing more arena tours. And, like, Eddie Murphy might did 1 or 2 arenas, but he didn't do a whole tour full of fucking arenas and shit. So, I think his overall legacy would be how grand he took comedy and shit. Because he took it to a level that not even white, black, anybody took it to the stadium level and shit.
That's what I said. He will be known as the biggest.
No, I didn't talk about his. I'm talking about not him, but like how he bridged the gap of getting them into bigger venues. They might be like, yo, now somebody the fucking Lambeau Field to be like, yo, we can get a comedian to come through because they could pack up this motherfucker just as a fucking artist and so. Business-wise, he'll be known as a great businessman of comedy and shit. Like, kind of how we look at, like, Jay-Z is like, yo, this nigga's a dope-ass businessman. Or Nipsey, like, Kevin might be more so known for that than the actual comedy.
No, as a comedian like me said, he will single-handedly be the most successful comedian and shit. Hands down. Mm-hmm. And I would argue that with anybody. Like, Eddie Murphy ain't got a production company that's this successful. Mike Epps, fucking Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Unfortunately.
Hold on. And not to cut you off, Michelle, there's a lot of underground comedians who didn't know how to capitalize off of their momentum.
Facts.
Cat Williams.
I was about to say, Cat Williams,
Epps,
he dropped the ball.
Mike Epps, too, and shit. Both of those, everybody was. I remember when Mike Epps and Cat Williams was bigger than fucking Kevin Hart and shit.
Cat Williams had a real chance. Mike Epps, to me, when it comes to stand-up, he never really dominated.
No, I'm just saying during the Friday run, though, like, he was ready to blow the fuck up, and then it's like, he just didn't. Even like Kevin Hart was never that. Like Mike, that's similar to Kevin. He was never considered like hella fucking funny, right. But he had that momentum behind it. He stayed at the same.
He had more than enough. More than enough.
Shit. Cat Williams, like you said, Cat Williams had it.
No, Cat Williams he had his pulse on there. He just dropped the ball.
Yeah, at one point, Cat Williams was like considered the greatest comedian.
Facts.
But to me, Cat Williams is a true comedian. Like, what I mean by that is he's naturally funny. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes Kevin Hart, like I said, it seemed like he playing being funny and shit instead of actually being funny.
Yeah. Just like Dave Chappelle is naturally funny.
No facts.
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
That dude that's on Blackish with Anthony Anderson funny too and shit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot his name.
Cole something. Nuggets.
Oh, yeah. Deion Cole.
He funny as hell and shit.
But what's y'all favorite style of damn comedy and shit? Y'all, what type of comedy that gets the goddamn Rico and Meat style?
Whatever Dave doing, that's my shit. I like that realism shit.
No, my favorite style of first I'll go with my style of comedy I don't like. My style of comedy I don't like, I hate when comedians just depend on sex to be all about their jokes.
Facts.
The reason, and my style of comedy that I do like is when they talk about like things that's going on in Aurora or whatever in the country. Like, especially like around this time is the perfect time to cap. That's why I thought Kevin Hart dropped the ball on that. He talked about the COVID shit, but he didn't talk about enough or whatever. Like, I thought like a person like Cat Williams would have took off with that or whatever. So I like when comedians talk about what's actually going on and don't just depend on sex jokes and shit.
Facts.
That shit trash.
Facts. I agree. I hate the sex jokes. Most of the not to sound sexist, but I don't too much like female comedians and shit. Keep it real. Be real. Do you enjoy that shit, bro?
What, female comedians?
Female stand-up and shit. Keep real.
No,
Queens of Comedy was awful, bro. Let's get the hats out the bag and shit. That shit was trash.
I can't really say I don't enjoy it because I really don't watch it, so I don't know if I will or not.
But when that shit's on, what would you do?
Pass right past that bitch.
Paul was like, oh, what the fuck? Let me turn to the goddamn sports center and shit. But I would say I don't like the overall sex jokes. If it goes into it, like some of the shit Kevin Hart was saying about, like, he said a broke nigga dick. Like, he said he was giving her the best dick when he was fucking for a place to stay and shit. But I fuck with like whimsical comedy and shit, like corny ass comedy. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I like Dave Chappelle style of comedy, but also like I don't know if you know who Jim Gaffigan is and shit.
Nah.
Check him out. He's fucking hilarious and shit. You gonna fucking cry off of that shit. That white dude is fucking funny as hell. But all his jokes about like food and being fat is.
I like jokes about
you would like that shit too. Shit.
I like jokes about parenting.
I actually don't.
Yeah, I hate parenting jokes.
But
no, I'm gonna send you some Jim Gaffigan shit. You'll fucking die off of doing funny ass and shit. But man, we gonna get past that shit. Anything else to add to your comedy? Any thinking about doing comedy and shit?
Nah, I don't feel like getting hit with a brick.
Nah, everybody keep telling me like, yo, you should do comedy. Like, bro, you know how like Star like, I'm not a fucking comedian. I be snapping and shit. My homeboy was trying to tell me like, you should do that. So I'm like, bro, I don't fucking want to do comedy. And shit.
And you're not like a comedian. Like you funny and shit.
I'm saying you can write it down. That's all comedians. They literally create scenarios and they write it out.
I'm saying like you I would say you part of like the new school, like how they do comedy much different instead of just going up to a stage and shit or whatever. Like.
But
so if you was up on the stage and shit, I can just see your knees trembling like.
I know, but you get over that part. But I'm saying like, cause like that's the same shit that happened with DCO.
You be getting booed fast as hell. Like,
but I'm saying that's
have y'all ever had airplane food before?
Facts. I probably would start off with that shit. Like, yo, have y'all ever been recording the podcast and the light don't hit y'all face right? The fuck, nigga? No, we can't relate to that shit, bitch. God damn. It's hot in here, ain't it? That shit funny as hell. Hey, you know that nigga just trying to
light don't hit your face right.
Nigga's just too damn trash. But nah, if you do comedy, you do definitely have to write out the fucking. You'll write out scenario. Like, you. To do it, you would study that shit.
I remember this shit was a weird ass time. I remember I was talking to this one chick or whatever, and like I don't know what made her think she was a comedian out of nowhere. Like she just started doing shows and shit. That shit was god awful. I never looked at her the same and shit.
No, I respect that shit. It takes a strong.
No, because I was looking at do it. Nah, hell yeah, dude. But like I was looking at her like as somebody I wanted to be with, and then she started telling jokes. I was out of it.
I was on this date with this little dick nigga. He went. Hold on. Let me get this shit out. I was on this date with this little dick nigga. Mitch was in the crowd. This nigga dick was too damn small, yo.
That's a good ass topic and shit that we should do next week and shit.
What's up?
Would you support your significant other's career if they was trying?
Actually, no. I got a better topic. Would you date a chick that's funnier than you?
Oh, man, that would be. I probably would and shit. I bet them jokes off be annoying though. You be like, damn.
I don't know, because if she get them jokes off in front of y'all and y'all laughing a little bit too hard, I might say, I might swing on niggas and shit like, yo, that funny.
So we're gonna talk about that next week. Actually, no, we're gonna talk about that shit next week and shit. But yeah, so to wrap that topic up, fellas, I'm not doing stand up. Neither is Meech. Neither is Rico. Rico can't because he can't really read and shit. So if he write his own jokes, he don't be like, oh, what was I trying to say? Okay, so y'all ever see? Nigga start stuttering, just turn that bitch off, walk off stage. Oh shit! But
oh man.
Now back for our last topic of the day is new music. Wayne dropped No Ceilings mixtape. I didn't listen to it. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but I did listen to that Drake and Wayne song.
Damn, I just realized you got a mean hole in your sock.
Oh, facts.
Okay, go ahead.
Big old facts. So Wayne dropped a song with Drake called BB King's Freestyle. And we all would listen to it because we had to have some type of take on who had the best verse. Originally, Najee posted in the chat that Drake was just destroying that nigga and shit. And Rico kind of agreed and shit. When I just listened to it back, I thought Wayne was finna get smoked. To me, it sounded like Drake and Wayne was on even playing field and shit. At some points, it sounded like Wayne was trying to show Drake what it was. But then at some point, Drake was trying to show Wayne what it was. And they were just kind of like, it was like an even-ass sparring match to me and shit. What y'all takes on that shit?
Before I even get into the song itself, y'all know my take. I think that nigga Drake is the greatest to ever make music. So, but with that being said, for that song, like you said, I think both of them did well. I think it's different. Like the way Drake came on that or whatever, he stayed to certain topics and shit. You knew what the fuck was going on in his verse or whatever. And shit, his flow just it just went perfect with the beat or whatever. Wayne is an actual better rapper or whatever as far as how he can get into different like metaphors and punchlines and different things like that or whatever. But like Drake just got a perfect way of attacking the fucking track or whatever. Like makes you hear certain lines and shit that's rememberable.
Clear, like his clarity on a song. I think that's his biggest strength. It's like it don't gotta be the most crazy bar. It's more so I can allow you to know exactly what I'm saying. I can speak so clear. You be like, oh.
His build up to bars is what makes him different and shit. Mm-hmm. Like he builds his bars up and shit. That's what I appreciate about Wayne. But
niggas just ran out.
Nah, well, I was just gonna say that Drake verse is like this is I like, and I've always said this. The two Drakes that I like is Soulful Drake and Pop Shit Drake.
I like Pop Shit Drake too.
Yeah, damn. But no, I was gonna say before we close out.
Oh no, because I got another topic up this Drake shit that we have.
I know where you're going. Yeah. Go ahead, you got it.
Oh no, so I mean, overall, we all think it was a balance, or who you think had the better verse?
Listen to it again.
I'm not sick.
It was a balance. Oh no, you good and shit. Normally I can feel the COVID in there. I don't feel that shit, so we straight. But so on Facebook, right, we was having this huge ass debate on I don't know, bitch's Mike got COVID because he just got up to go look for some pills and shit. But so we was having this huge debate. Well, Najee had posted this meme on Facebook, and it said imagine where these artists would be without the Drake assist, and then it was like Migos, Future, Kendrick Lamar, Janae, The Weeknd, all this shit. But fuck the assist because I already know it. I don't want to talk about one particular artist that everyone was having this debate on. Is Drake responsible for putting Kendrick Lamar on and shit?
Not at all. First of all, that shit dumb as a bitch if you think that. Like, first of all, Kendrick is from the West Coast or whatever, so they got a lot of people that can help put Kendrick on before Drake have to do that or whatever. And before Drake brought him on tour and put him on Take Care or whatever, he had Section 80 out. Even though Section 80 wasn't mainstream, he had a little following or whatever, and he already had Dr. Dre backing him or whatever, so might have had Snoop backing him at that time also. Like, Drake did give him an assist by putting him on Take Care with the Buried Alive, but that verse didn't, like, bring him to the mainstream. Like, oh, shit, y'all heard that nigga on Take Care or whatever? Like, it was good that he did. It gave him more, like, fans and shit. And then taking him on a world tour with him gave him more fans or whatever. But, like, and then when he jumped on Poetic Justice, like, when you was arguing on the chat, like, the swimming pool's way bigger than Poetic Justice or whatever, so.
Now, only thing I would say is, when people are saying, like, Drake, because Take Care was out before Good Kid, Mad City, when Drake featured Kendrick on Buried Alive and shit, he didn't even mention his name. Remember, nobody even knew who the fuck that was. It was like a ghost feature, like it randomly came on and shit. Yeah. So I was trying to explain, like, yo, most people, a casual fan, not hip hop fan, like a casual listener, like if Zaya was listening to this shit or your wife was listening, she ain't gonna be like, yo, who is that shit? They was just like, if they don't see the name on its own, they're just gonna be like, all right, Drake just changed his voice and shit. Like, motherfuckers was thinking that shit. So I think swimming pools really made Kendrick get this notoriety. I mean, I say Drake helped him with the tours and shit when he exposed them to those crowds and shit. But as far as like the feature wise, I don't really agree that Drake is responsible for his success. I would even say more so, to your point, those stamps that he was getting from Dre and Snoop and all that shit. But that shit was funny as hell. And Najee said, I was like, yo, he wrote that whole.
Yeah, I didn't know where you was going with that. Nobody listened to that Compton album.
Yeah, that shit was trash as fuck. I don't know where I was going either. I was just trying to get off my point. So then I was right. You know how you be writing so fast? It was the bass from every angle and shit. I kept getting alerts like, who the fuck I'm responding to next and shit. And then Rico just jumped in. What's your take? Because I remember you saying some other shit.
No, that was my shit. I just felt like naturally poetic. I mean, for as big as swimming pools is, I just felt like Poetic Justice gave him a boost and shit.
Did it really though? I don't remember Poetic Justice being pushed.
Swimming pool was huge. That was like a crossover.
I never argued that though. My argument was always that Poetic Justice gave him a small boost and shit. And I didn't even say Drake put him on. I said it gave him a small boost.
And if we being honest, like, I really don't like that song. That song fit more for Drake than it did for Kendrick or whatever. So.
Oh, Poetic Justice?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit. That's a classic.
I mean, it was more the way it sounded was more for Drake or whatever. So. But I don't know. But if we being honest though, like Drake helped a lot of niggas out though. Like he helped a lot of.
Oh no, like Migos.
The stimulus package.
Yeah, he gave the I didn't know the Migos before, even though
Migos
was saying
in Atlanta.
Yeah, but
I was in Atlanta. I'm saying
I didn't listen to them or even.
Not even in Atlanta. When I was there in Atlanta, it was like similar to how like just be underground. It wasn't mainstream in Atlanta. They weren't mainstream in Atlanta. Like when Migos first popped up, Roscoe Dash and what's the Travis Porter and all them niggas. They was still running Atlanta and shit at that time and shit. Migos had came with a song, but it was like Roscoe Dash and Travis Porter were still running that shit.
Migos
soon as that Versace, I remember when that Versace remix had came out and shit. Then that's when I was like, who the fuck is this shit? Then that's when I started when Drake gave him that shit, and then they started doing. Then they took over Atlanta because niggas in Atlanta started dressing like the Migos and shit. Like their impact was fucking crazy. But I do credit Drake for the Migos impact. I don't credit Drake for Future's because Future was already humongous as fuck.
I know. I can argue that Tony Montana and shit.
Yeah, Drake jumped on his shit early too.
I'm saying he was fucking big as hell before.
Right,
Drake.
but Tony
Probably
Montana.
in Atlanta, we talking
Tony
about
Montana
in the
pushed
grand
him.
scheme of things.
Tony Montana pushed him into another audience and shit.
I don't know.
Well, how you say audience?
Audience.
I don't know how the first time.
I don't know how big. I feel like Drake.
I'm pretty sure he was bigger than Lennon.
He was humongous as fuck, and he was on his way because he was working with Gucci. He was working on all those Atlanta niggas.
No,
and
he
shit.
probably was, and
more niggas I would credit with Gucci for a lot.
Okay, so have Drake put a lot of niggas on, or have you rode a lot of niggas' wave?
He put a lot of niggas on.
It's a mixture of both.
No, I'm saying
I feel like he put a lot of niggas on.
Because like you gotta remember,
he rode that. He riding that grime wave right now.
He definitely rode that shit.
But because I remember,
but he also helped him put them on.
No,
too.
he put what's the name on like a motherfucker though. What's the name of dude with the fucked up eye and shit? Because they Fetty Wap. Because remember, Drake had jumped on. No, I'm talking about before. No, hold on. No, bro. Listen, I'm talking about the first single, not those other singles that came after the. Because the first single that hit the.
You talking about My Way? My Way was not the first single.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's the one Drake.
No, he was on the other single. What's the name of that song about old girl dressing? The fucking. I don't know. Y'all keep talking. I gotta find the first song.
He didn't put Fetty Wap on.
No, bro, you missing the song. It's the Trap Queens. Remember Drake had jumped on the first Trap Queen? He jumped on.
Never jumped on.
He never jumped on.
He did jump on Trap
Queen. He did.
Drake did jump.
He never jumped on Trap Queen. Yeah.
You making that lies.
Trap Queen. You came.
I lost, bro.
Yeah, I was just.
Goddamn, dude, want to just rub my face in that shit, bro. I took an L right in front of y'all and shit.
Oh, turn into Rakishi and shit.
But nah, so yeah, Drake didn't put on Fetty. Like he jumped on My Way, but he did. That is a good point. He might ride a lot of niggas' ways.
That's a fact. He 50-50.
Oh no, his verse on My Way is all time classic. Like he smoked that shit.
I'm trying to think. So I'm trying to think of all the niggas who you would say what wave he rode and what wave he started. What wave he ignited, what wave he was riding.
He ignited he pushed the melodic feeling.
No, I'm talking about artists.
Oh, The Weeknd for sure.
He rode the Weeknd wave or he pushed the Weeknd wave?
Both, for sure.
Nah, I feel he rode the Weeknd.
I feel like he rode the Weeknd wave too. Because the House of Balloons, all that shit was out before Take Care, and Weeknd co-wrote fucking Take Care and shit. Most of that eerie sound. Because if you listen to Drake last album before Take Care, it was nothing like that.
That's a fact.
So yeah, he rode that. But who else did he ride and shit? Because some could say he was riding that Future wave too. And remember, he had switches on.
He definitely was riding that
sound. The sound like Future.
He was definitely riding that wave too and shit. But I mean, Drake's smart. He just knows for me to be on top so long, I must stay next to the young niggas. Mm-hmm. Like when Lil Baby came out, like I don't think he rode Lil Baby wave with the Yes Indeed or whatever, but.
That was a stimulus package.
So who out of all he gave
it? He already had the song Freestyle. You know how huge that shit was.
But that freestyle song wasn't as big as the song with him and Drake.
But niggas knew after they heard that freestyle that he was coming. Like,
right, but him and Drake, that song got played.
So Drake definitely did. Drake definitely did give him an assist.
And everything you saying is right. It's just he gave him the stimulus package and shit.
So out of all the artists that Drake has helped, which artists he's helped the most with the stimulus package? Who can you be like, yo, without Drake, this nigga won't be shit? Like the number one artist.
I don't think there's nobody.
I was just gonna say I don't think we can necessarily say that about.
Because most people, That's really.
I know artists and shit that he helped tremendously. Then after he left the touch, they fell the fuck off.
Who?
Tinashe.
Who?
I love to get on.
They had one song too.
No, that was the number one hit. I'm saying after he pulled that touch away, she fucking fell miserably. You don't hear shit from Tinashe. That was number one song in the country. And
I
shit.
know.
I think Tinashe had her own problems.
Around that time, I tried to tell you, this is the same time when you took a bet with me she was gonna be bigger than SZA, and I laughed you out the room.
I didn't say that shit. That was not me.
You a liar,
bro.
in town.
This nigga lying and shit.
So we never had a bet.
No, I was talking about Dak Prescott and shit. Fuck around
You
with
a
you.
liar.
Talking about Dak
Why
Prescott.
you eye twitching and shit? You know you lying.
But no, only thing I'm saying caught me.
No, we definitely
got
had
a big ass mold on his neck. That shit look nasty as hell and shit. But no, only thing I'm saying is out of an artist that helped, one artist he fucked over.
Just lied on Mike and shit.
No, one artist that he fucked over. I never said she gonna be big.
You definitely. I put this on my son. You did.
I put it on your son. I did this shit.
You a fucking liar.
Fuck wrong with dude. Fuck dude, just don't make up a lie.
Girl, listen to this shit so she know you a fucking liar.
Who lied more, me or you and shit?
Bro, you clearly lying right now.
Hell no, fuck wrong with dude and
Dude
shit.
would never admit that shit.
I don't remember saying that. Now I do remember
you
saying.
You a fucking liar. This shit irking the fuck
out
out of
me. Hell no, I was a huge ass
This before SZA.
Hell no. No, I was on SZA early and shit. What you talking about?
Wait, bro.
Liar, bro.
Wait, bro. This the same nigga that said Jim Jones
sound like
influenced way more people.
Bro,
he said Jim Jones influenced way more people than Cameron.
No, hold on. I want the audience to know this is the same nigga that told me at one point in my life Jim Jones sounded like Tupac.
How old was I?
I think he was 30 and shit. I was like,
fuck out of here, nigga. I was 11 years old.
You said that last week. You was like, if you think about it, Jim Jones actually better than Pac and Biggie and shit. I was like, damn.
Jim Jones nice. Jim Jones was nice as hell, but I said that shit when I was like 12. This nigga been holding that shit against me.
You would never be able to live that down. That shit. That was crazy.
No, I said his voice.
Right then and there, I knew he was going to grow up to be a loser and shit. I was like, this nigga ugly as hell.
Hey, wait, when he said that, did he look you in your eye with all seriousness?
No, I said he sound like Tupac.
No, when he said...
he don't even sound like Tupac.
When he
I was 12. My ears was young as hell.
When he said that...
I don't give a fuck how old you is, nigga.
When he said that he was drawing a picture of Jim Jones and shit, I was like, damn, this nigga infatuated with Jim Jones and shit.
This nigga said Jim Jones.
Nah, I didn't say that shit. That was a terrible, one of my all-time worst takes.
That's why once he said that shit, I always knew he was going to have horrible music takes and shit.
Oh, hell no, because I was on Lupe and all that shit early and shit.
What the fuck did you
did say that SZA shit, even though you
No, I didn't know. I was always a huge.
I would never put that on my son.
I was on Lizard early.
Lizard? God damn. You was eating lizards, little ugly.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm getting blamed by me. This I was eating lizard too. This nigga King dying over there and shit. I said Lizzo, nigga got caught in that big eye. No, I was on Lizzo early, nigga. The fuck? We ain't talking about Lizzo. Nigga, I can't breathe. That shit's funny as hell, though. But, before we wrap up, though, Natty had a dope-ass segment. It's kind of our, like, producer from afar and shit. Like, he said we should come up with this topic called the rewatchables and shit. So it's about shit that you rewatch now, and we recommend, like, you should go rewatch it because it still holds up and shit.
Didn't we do that already?
No, not the topic. It's just going to be a segment every time and shit, because one rewatchable that I wanted to talk about was Set It Off and shit. I was watching Set It Off. That shit still holds up to this day. Some of the best goddamn acting you would see. But I will say, their plot to get away was the dumbest shit in the world and shit. Let's go rob another bank after they already investigating us for a murder charge and shit. That was some of the stupidest shit in the world. Like, none of that shit made sense. But I feel like y'all should rewatch Set It Off. That shit is fire as fuck. They should have won an Oscar for that shit, actually. And shit. You got any rewatchables you rewatched and shit?
No, not at the moment.
I got one. It's a good one too. The Crazies. That was a great ass.
When that shit come out?
The Crazies came out in like 2012 or 13. You ain't never seen it?
Oh hell no.
Oh yeah, watch it tonight. You and Danny should watch it tonight.
Called The Crazies?
Yeah, that's a
great Danny
ass
Hernandez. Well, guess that shit ain't going anywhere.
Still just talking terrible ass jokes and shit. But nah, rewatchables and shit, so make sure y'all check that out. But that's gonna wrap up the Mackin and Hanging podcast. Thanks for listening. We trying to get our goddamn brand, our logo and all that shit so y'all can see it. I'm still waiting on my homeboy to finish the damn shit.
for the video so I can drop that shit. But appreciate this episode 75. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. That's Mackin Hangin Podcast. MACKINHANGIN Podcast at Instagram. Follow us. We're gonna drop this. Keep coming with that. His old heat. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
Yes, sir.